Yeah, yeah.
My ears are sweating.
Yo, that was fire. Good stuff, yo.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All of those artists are from Staten Island, born in Staten Island, live in Staten Island. Most of them I do know personally, so if you heard yourself, hey. And if this is your first time hearing any of them, you're welcome.
Yeah, shout out to everyone in Staten Island. Girl on the Rocks, you killed it. Most of the time I DJ, but you're always welcome back
Thank
if
you.
you're going to do that because you murdered it.
All right.
Shout out to the whole We Just Working family.
Facts. Shout out to the family. What's up, y'all?
So this is a unorthodox show. We're a little less time than normal, but we're going to be effective. So I just wanted to get right into it, and maybe you could tell me just how you got into the whole DJ world.
Okay. Well, I was not thinking about being a DJ at all before I became one. I actually was working at a private event venue. I was a host there, and the owner actually loved my work. I was very uppity and jumping around and just doing the most. And he said, I really like your energy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to simply load tracks onto this controller. And then, you figure it out on your own if that's what you want to do. And I was like, you know what? At first, I was like, whatever, I'll just play it, whatever. And then I would go to DJ workshops at Projectivity, and I would learn from some of the best on Staten Island, such as DJ Shame and DJ. Oh goodness, there's so many. Stefan. We got DJ Crossfade. We got Forbes. We got DJ Classic. There's so many DJs on Staten Island. So just going to all of their events and making sure that I could squeeze in some time to learn a little bit from them. And then did that. Started putting myself out there, and then it happened.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So a big metaphor that I use is taking care of your garden in the busy world that we all live in.
Absolutely.
How do you find time to take care of your garden, aka what do you do to improve your craft?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I really try to do, what I am constantly trying to improve on actually, is cutting out a specific time of the day for me to just strictly shut everything off and completely zone in on the music, on the board. I am learning as I go. So when I'm not at home and I'm not on the board, I actually have Serato DJ Pro. And now with all the new features, you can actually mix offline. So that's pretty cool.
Sick.
Get to set cues and record and things like that offline. So, on the train, on my way to school or going to work, I can, mix and play around with that. I'm constantly watching successful DJs or people who are out here doing the most, either when it's going to their events or going on their page and calling them, hey, like, what are you doing? Do you need help with anything? And things like that. And constantly getting new music and things like that. So just trying to be on top of it as much as I possibly can, whether it is actually zoning out or doing it on the move. Definitely.
That's definitely hashtag you just working.
We just working is so good for like everything. Yeah.
So maybe you could kind of give us some insight into We Just Working and your role and how everything's rolling with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So We Just Working is an entertainment company for creatives like myself and you, of course. We are the tool set to your success. So We Just Working is really a great place for people who have an idea of what they want and are super serious about what they want and are going to do whatever they can to get there. This is a family company, so everybody who is a part of We Just Working started from the bottom with each other and is growing with each other. We all help each other out, and that's really what it is. It's an umbrella with a bunch of connections under it. And when you come into our team, you are given all of these resources that you probably didn't have access to before. So.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Shout out to Charlie and Starda, Kaden. Who else? We're not even gonna go there because there's too many of y'all. So shout outs to y'all. We just working, baby.
We collabed on some merch.
Yes.
The SOS event. They've
super excited.
Shout out to them for always reaching out to Stereotype
Absolutely.
and Aware Media and myself to always, do what we can to support and
Absolutely,
add an
yeah. Like I
impact.
said, it's a family company, and we're on Staten Island. Staten Island is small. We have to support each other. So that's a very big thing for all of us that we just work in, that we are always making sure that whatever we do, we're calling the people that we know first before we go out to these big corporate companies and all of that. So
That's awesome. It's true, because kind of when you kind of come out onto the scene, especially in the music entertainment world, it's like, oh man, you're kind of like a little fish, and
yeah.
there's all these sharks everywhere. So it
Especially
definitely
now,
helps.
you know, everybody's a artist, everybody's a this, everybody's a that, everybody has a YouTube channel, everybody has a podcast. It's hard to be that one needle in the haystack. So
Yeah, that's real. And I think being a platform for others to climb off, jump off, do their thing, and shining light on them, I think that's an amazing thing. So cheers to everyone out there.
word. Love
Shout
you
out to We
guys.
Just Working. You briefly mentioned the word success.
Yes, one of my favorite words.
I think that's such a word that comes up so often.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe you could tell us like what success is to you, because I feel like we see things on TV, and sometimes that becomes our success. Or we see things on social media, and we could easily adapt and think that maybe someone else's success, that's what we want, and it's tricky to kind of figure out our own. Maybe you could tell me what success is to you, what it
Yeah,
means.
definitely. Well, success to me, there's no one answer. You know what I mean? It's fluid, like everything else. Well, everything else should be. It comes from within. So when it comes to me personally, because just like I said, it can mean something totally different to the next person. But for me, it has to come within me. You know what I'm saying? I can't be a successful DJ if I don't think I'm a successful DJ. You know, I can't be a successful business owner, entrepreneur if I don't have the strength within myself to believe that I can wake up every day and do it, because it's a cutthroat world. People are out to get you, or just out to for the benefit of themselves, but they are out to get the benefit of themselves because they know what they can do. You see what I'm saying? So success is knowing who you are, being comfortable with who you are, and then being confident enough to go out and shine that light. So that's what I think it is. Yeah, for me.
And do you feel that it's a journey, or do you feel that it's a destination? Do you feel like once you get it, like it's like a video game, it's like on to the next game? Or is it one of those video games where it's like never ending?
I think
Like-
it's one of those video games that are like never ending.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know. I mean, some weeks I'm like, all right, the success of this week is to get to work on time, to get to school on time. Like I have little successes, I have big successes. So I think it's definitely one of those continuous, never-ending story kind of situations. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like time just goes on.
Yeah.
Like we eat today, we're full. Tomorrow,
We start
there's a
over.
little bit more,
Mhm.
we got to get breakfast. We got to
Exactly.
work to support the family. And
It's a lot.
It's real, yeah. And I know we had a lot of conversations about success, and I think one thing that I really took away from it, or that we were both kind of talking about, is like people really got to define their own success.
Exactly. So what I'm saying to you, everybody who's listening, that's not the dictionary definition of success. That is my point of view. Your point of view can be different, and that is totally okay. Success is not what we think it is from our point of view looking in. It's what we manifest, so I think
That's
it's
real.
definitely energy based.
And it's just cool, because I think as we we add all these things to our lives,
Right.
whether it's like hobbies, passions, work, family,
Yep.
relationships, I feel like there's things along the way that we have to leave. There's kind of a hashtag that I have. It's like be space leave, like, but leave things, leave
Right.
things behind, or let things go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could let us know a couple of things that you had to let go, or even you don't have to get too detailed, but
Yeah.
maybe things you had to leave behind in order to become who you are today.
Yeah. Well, that's a really interesting one, because I am still figuring out who I am today. You know what I'm saying? For everybody who doesn't know, my birthday is coming up in less than a month. I will be 23 years old.
Nice.
I'm young, and I have no idea what I'm doing. But no, I feel like as I get older, I'm starting to realize that there are certain people and certain behaviors that I'm used to that are just becoming so unnecessary to me now. It's really starting to look crazy, and sometimes I catch myself and I'm like, wow, I'm not enjoying this the way that I used to. So for instance, going to clubs and going to parties, like I'm at a point now where it's like I don't even want to go out unless I am either the host of the party or playing the music for the party. You know what I'm saying? I'll go out with friends and things will happen, and I'm just like the entertainment event planner in me is like going crazy because certain things are just not in order. I'm a control freak, I think. But letting go of the childish going out every night to do, like, I go out, don't get me wrong, but now I'm going out to open mics. I'm going to networking events. I'm going to events that I know my friends are hosting or my friends are DJing at. Like, I'm no longer interested really in going to house parties and sitting around drinking and not really being productive. I think that's really what it is figuring out that everything I do has to be something that's going to affect me in the long run. So I think just knowing that I'm getting older and mature and I need to grow up a little bit.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't want to stereotype ages, but I wasn't saying that at 23.
Yeah. So I'm like super happy that I am this like I have an idea of what I need to get done. Don't get me wrong, you guys. It's not easy, all right? Dude, I'm saying all of this, but it's very hard for me to not go to the club sometimes. But it's like, then one day I'll go to the club and then something will happen and I'll be like, wow, you see, this is exactly why I should have just stayed home and worked on my controller or something. So things like that keep happening. So I'm thinking maybe I just need to be more productive and do my own thing and everything else will fall into place.
I forgot what the quote, it was by, I believe, Warren Buffett. Mm-hmm. It was like, success is saying no more than saying yes.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
That is really hard. It's getting a little bit easier now that I've been, doing this whole entertainment thing for such a long time. But in the beginning, especially like when I just started DJing, like saying no to people was just so hard. And it made me feel like such a horrible person. But now I'm like, nope. So
I feel it as you align yourself with your purpose in this world, and you're aligning that with your gift in the world, and if you know that you need to do X amount of hours to study whatever craft it is to get X result, if something doesn't involve that, I think if we don't really have a purpose, I think certain things we could kind of just let anything come through.
Exactly.
And I think once you have a purpose, I believe you build this like filter.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think it's still saying yes because you really don't know what would happen if you go to an event, but you learn from it. There's still this yes.
Exactly.
Saying yes to things is still good. But I think you're like, oh, well, it's in Detroit, and I got to pay to be there, and it's at a venue with 5 people. You know what I mean? Certain things you're like, you're able to add it up, and you're like, I don't know if I should drive 15 hours to this thing. And then there's certain times you just feel, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to drive.
I have a good feeling about this. Yeah,
exactly. Definitely. So intuition is key. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong, but we learn no matter what. So I think that's awesome that you figured out your purpose.
Yeah,
and it's showing.
It's really like everything as far as entertainment. I host events throughout Staten Island. If you guys ever been to the Second Saturday's Creators Meet and Greet, that was at Hub 17. I actually recently took a hiatus so I can come up with some new, fresh ideas because I was doing it every month on the second Saturday, coming up with different themes, and I was kind of like working myself out a little bit. And so what I did was I took a little break, and I'm actually rebooting some more events throughout the island. So being a DJ is also just another hat, you know what I'm saying? And I've always known that I wanted to be in the entertainment world. I've always been the loudest in the group. I've always been that kid who's dancing in the middle of the party and embarrassing my mother because I'm like dancing in the middle of some family party somewhere. So I've always known that I was meant to be on a stage with a mic talking and having everybody listen to what I have to say. That sounds so conceited, but you know, it is what it is.
I think when you have a voice and you have something to say, it's important to not hold back.
Right.
And I think we live in a world where people make us feel guilty about no matter what it is. We gain a pound, we're guilty. We lose a pound, we're guilty. We speak up, we're talking too much.
We don't have
talk
enough followers on Instagram, so nobody really cares what you're talking about anyway.
If you got something good to say and you know what I mean, and
Just
sometimes you really it may only be good to say for you, and maybe other people may not want to hear it at the time, but you know, don't like put your voice in the closet.
Nope.
And be like, oh, you know, I'll wait for the right time to wear this suit.
Right.
Like, no, like, if you got something good to say.
And it's so funny
good.
because everyone who really knows me knows that I never miss an opportunity to say what I feel all the time. No matter, I don't care where we are. I don't care who's in front of us. If I see something that it's a little shaky, or even if I'm really excited about it, I'm going to say it in that moment. No filter. Why have a filter? You never know what's going to happen in the next, 5 minutes, 5 years, 5 weeks. So
that's real. So, as a woman, and I would say maybe a male-dominated industry.
Yeah, definitely.
What would you tell someone that maybe is trying to get into a game where they maybe feel like they don't really fit in, or that maybe it's not their time? Like, you know, what is the best advice you would give to someone that wants to live their dreams, or you know, pursue their purpose?
You know, I'm not gonna be the stereotypical just do it, you know what I'm saying? Whoever's listening, I'm gonna talk to you like I'm your best friend and I'm unfiltered. I'm gonna tell you like it is. It is going to be extremely hard at times. It is going to be extremely hard at times. You're gonna want to quit. You're gonna want to give up. But all of those things are coming from us always seeking the validation from others. Okay, to do something, you have to love it. You have to love it so hard. You have to defend it. You have to fight for it. You have to learn it, and you have to never doubt it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, one of my friends, she has a master's degree, I think. And, you know, she did it because she comes from a working class family. That's what you're supposed to do. The American dream. You go to college, you get a job, have kids, get married, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And now that she's had her degree, she went to school, she really wants to get into her singing career. And she's like, you know, I'm just nervous to tell my mom and everything. And I said, girl, listen, you know, if you don't go to your mom and sell her your dream like a business plan, she's not going to believe in it. You know what I'm saying? So when you come up with an idea, when you bring it up, the next thing that comes out your mouth shouldn't be negative. I want to be a DJ, but I don't like the way my scratching sounds. Like, I want to be a DJ, and I'm going to work on my scratching. You have to talk to yourself different. You have to talk to people different. You just have to work and move different. You have to take that dream and make it a reality, but it first has to manifest in you, just like success. You have to build it. You have to nurture it like a baby. You know what I'm saying? And then when your kid is old enough, that's when you send them to school. You know what I'm saying? So when your dream is big enough and you're confident enough, you're going to put it out there for other people to see. You know what I'm saying? But you can't have a dream and then as soon as you make up this idea that you want to do something, you're thinking about how everybody's going to view it. How are you going to view it? You know what I'm saying? So whatever you guys have in your brain, whatever idea or thing that you want to pursue, be so serious and so concerned about it. Like, it is something that is on your mind at all times. And there are things that we think about every day. And if we took as much energy in focusing on our dream than on drinking and smoking and partying and dating everybody and all of that, we would all be millionaires and billionaires. You know what I'm saying? So all of the little things that we're always focusing about, if we put as much energy into our dreams as we do our bills, I guarantee you're going to be perfect, you know? So that's really
That's
how
real.
I'm going
That's
about
fire.
it. Yeah, that's how I go about it, you know? I love food, but I'm going to love hosting events and DJing and putting events together for people more than I love food, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to get food in the fridge. So, you
There
know,
you
you
go.
got to flip it around. You got to use your words wisely. Definitely.
That's beautiful right there. Yeah,
Thank you.
it's true.
Yeah.
I think parents, like, they want to they want to see something to believe it.
Yeah,
It's like,
absolutely. Yeah.
what are you putting in any work? But I think if you want to get to the point where they're seeing what you're doing to actually
Right.
believe in you, you have to believe
In you.
to see it.
Yeah.
So it's got to start with that,
Yeah.
and as you said, flip it, and
And be kind to yourself.
yeah,
Be kind to yourself, because 99.9 of people are not going to be kind to you. So you have to be kind to yourself. And I'm not saying this like I have it all figured out, you guys. I am on this journey. I'm constantly trying to flip my words. I'm constantly trying to stay focused. And, you know, sometimes it takes just using one day a week to keep your phone off, keep your laptop off, read a good book, write things down. Lately, I've been writing a lot of lists down. So whenever I feel grumpy or angry, I'll write a list of things that I hate, and then things that I love, things that make me mad, things that make me sad, make me angry, make me happy. You know what I'm saying? What I'm thankful for, what I can't stand, who are the people that I really don't want to hang out with anymore. Like, I'm making lists of everything, and then I just crumble them up, and then it just feels better, you know? So you got to be nice to yourself. You have to be your number one fan. So
that's great. And I'm thinking this is a good one. What are maybe some of your 2020 goals before you head out
Yeah, definitely.
for the night here?
Oh, man. Well, you know, I definitely do consider myself still in the learning stages of DJing. I've been an event host and coordinator since I was 15. So as far as putting events together, that's cake. You know, I started DJing maybe 3.5 years ago, now. And, you know, I'm still learning. I still dedicate time to practice. I don't always feel like I'm perfect, you know what I mean? But for 2020, my main goal, my main New Year resolution is to just come back to me. You know what I'm saying? As an entertainer, as a daughter, as a older sister, 2 boys, as a woman, as a black woman, as somebody from Staten Island, New York. You know what I'm saying? Just all of these different factors are pulling me in so many different directions. And I think for 2020, I really want to come back to me. I want to work on my self-discipline. I want consistency, happiness. I want to go on some adventures. And I just want to be my best self, you know. And I know this whole live your best life thing, I'm not really gonna focus on going to the gym and drinking smoothies. Like, when I say I want to come back to setter, I mean mentally, physically, emotionally, because once I'm good, it'll reflect in everything that I'm doing.
Exactly.
So of course I'm gonna practice on the 1s and 2s, but if I feel confident in myself, then it's just going to flow out of me. If I feel confident that I can get through the semester in school and what I'm learning is actually going to do something for me in life, I'm going to get through it. I'm going to pass. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to come back to center. I don't want to forget who I am. You know, whenever I get a lot of gigs and a lot of popularity spurts, because it happens in spurts, you guys. Sometimes you guys don't hear from me, and then I'm like on Facebook, Instagram, got all of these things going on. But, you know, just want to be consistent, looking for more gigs. Definitely want to get some more residential gigs where I'm at places more often. Definitely. I am the resident DJ for Hub 17. We am going to be having a event this Saturday at Try Lounge and Cafe. It's a new live performance and plant-based comfort food spot. We're going to actually have some live music going on there on Saturday. That is 1938 Clove Road, right on the North Shore. So if you guys want to see what I'm about, if you want to see what Staten Island's about, definitely come on out. It's going to be dope. Got some healthy food finally on the North Shore. We've been talking about that for a lot, that we need that in our area. So we definitely got it now. So if you want to see some good music, you want to eat some good food, and you just want to have a good time, maybe some date night, come out on Saturday. This will probably be my next residential spot that I'll be at all the time. you got to support each other and support the local business. So my goals for 2020 is to be more grounded with myself and my career and coming up with new, fresh ideas and being confident and not so much worrying about what everybody else has to say. So that's really it for me. It's simple things that are going to affect me in a big way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that I want $1 million because that's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? But if I say, hey, I really want to practice on DJing more, the chances of me getting to that $1 million are a little bit closer now, so definitely.
That's real. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a 2020 vision right
2020. Remember the 2020 Experience, Justin Timberlake's album?
Of course.
Great album.
Yeah.
Great album.
Future Sex is probably my favorite Timberlake album. Probably top 10 albums of all time.
I love him.
Yeah, that was a fire.
Yeah.
And he dropped the other one like a month later.
20, and then it was a lot of songs on that album actually.
He went in on that.
Yeah, it was a lot of songs on that. I was like, okay, and all of the songs were like 7 minutes long. I'm like, well.
Oh yeah, the transitions and everything. Yeah, that was just sick. So, it was you did your thing behind the ones and twos. Maybe you could just let people know where to find you.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they're listening.
Hey everybody! If you're listening, I am Girl on the Rocks. Yes, I'm a DJ, host, coordinator. I do events throughout the Staten Island area, throughout NYC. So if you have any special events that you need a DJ for, weddings, birthday parties, Sweet 16s, open mics, showcases, fashion shows, things like that, I am your girl. You can find me on Instagram at girlonthe_rocks. If you ever want to send tracks or you need anything like that and you want to contact me, you can always reach me by email, girlontheRocks2221@gmail.com. We Just Workin' is going to be having our website launch very soon, so I will have an entire part of my own on the website, so that is soon to come. But yes, follow me on social. I'm on Facebook as well, Girl on the Rocks. So yeah, let's get it. Contact me if you need me. Contact me if you just want to be my friend, and let's do it. Thanks, Dave.
Of course, yo.
Yeah, Dave is a great guy. He's one of the first people that I actually met when I started DJing. You and Jordan and who else? Stefan and Christian and Shane.
I remember that.
And yeah, so when I was a little kid, all up in your business, like, hey, what's that thing you got playing over there? So thank you for having me and always thinking of me. I love you. Of course, you're great.
None but love too. Yeah. I'm really excited about the collab that we got coming up.
Yes, you guys stay tuned for that. We're gonna surprise you guys in a few days, actually.
A few days.
Yeah.
Yep.
So look out.
Shout out to Makerpark Radio.
Makerpark.
Don't hesitate to support them. Giving Tuesday is next week. And I know Facebook, they double donations. So if you're tuned in live, definitely consider supporting your favorite nonprofit. Hint, hint, Makerpark Radio.
Makerpark,
hint,
baby.
Hint, productivity. Check them out. And if you're hearing this on the later cast, still support.
Please.
And it's your boy Dave Noodles once again.